headed out to the job site now. I'm gonna try and do some daily posts on YouTube here about this board formed concrete feature wall that we're doing for Strickland Contracting here in Muskoka. We do some pretty sweet stuff here, so I thought I'd try and start sharing it with people. See if I can learn some new things from people and see if I can help other people learn some things along the way. I've always sort of had an aversion to the whole it's a trade secret kind of deal. And I just want to share my knowledge with people. I know there's a lack of skilled tradespeople out there, so anybody that is interested in it has got to be pretty much self-taught if you're not lucky enough to come across somebody that's willing to teach. And most of the old buggers in this industry are not interested in holding your hand, so it can be tough. But you do come across a few people that are willing to help you out. That's why I love the Instagram community there. I've learned a lot from there just looking at photos. So we're just going to drive out to Rosso here where the job site is. We got the truck fully loaded with some plywood. I got some hand tools that we need for doing this one footing. It's quite wide, so we're gonna hand screed it off, and then once that's done, we'll wet set the dowels. Fortunately, we're gonna be able to wet set the dowels here. The footing is back into bedrock, so we had to pin the footing to bedrock. All right, so here we are on the job site now. I just have to unload some tools here. We have the pump trucks already here. Got my form ply. This is we're using sort of a high grade form ply. It is MDO Crown 44. So it's going to be nice on one side. It's got some paper on there to give a nice smooth sort of glossy finish. So I just have to unload my screed for the one footing there, unload my rubber boots, and we'll be right over. So here's what we've done with these footings here. I'm just getting in on the beginning stages of this. Sorry I didn't bring you in on the planning stages, but this is the footings right here for this board form feature wall, along with a garage that's going in here. So these here, we call these through walls or daylights, just because what it allows some utilities to come through the footing. Don't usually like putting them all together like that in that area, but we are getting, some rebar coverage over top, blah blah blah. Anyway, here we go. These are the footings here, pretty typical footings from that perspective. There will be a sloped retaining wall sort of following the grade here coming up, and then in this wall here, this will be the board form wall here. So this is about 60 feet long. We have a footing for a post, I guess. I don't know what it's for, actually. I wouldn't like having a post right in the middle of my expensive garage, but those will be the posts, so they still look nice. So what we've done with this detail here, because this footing is meant to be 12 inches thick here, while the house is 8 inches. So what we've done, because we got to pour our floor directly on top of that. This is all on top of Plastrock here, so we know it's not going to be moving anytime soon. So the floor is going to get poured on here, and the wall is starting right here. So what I've done is we put this little ledge in here so that our floor can butt right into the board form wall, so that when they go to grind this floor, because they're going to grind it and polish it, it'll look seamless right into that wall. So you won't have a big footing sticking up there that you have to finish, and there's nothing going in front of that board form wall, because that's the feature. So that's the final finish. So here we're starting to pour now. We got her slumped up, so we'll get into all that rebar crevices. Bill's on the pump, Dave's on the truck. We got 15 meters going in here. I gotta hand screed this. I'm just gonna try out my Clark screed. .38 meter boom for a building that's 50 feet wide. Look how clean he is. How does he stay so clean? Look at his pants. They look like they're brand new. We got those yellow marks on there to let us know where we got to put our dowels in. Over there. So what we're doing here is cleaning up our mess and running a string line for the rebar dowels. So she's bang on. I have to make everything really easy for myself. So this is a 2x6. Nominal dimensions is 5.5 inches. So my rebar spacing is supposed to be 6 inches. So 5/8 plus 5.5. And I put my piece of rebar down in here and I jiggle it until I can feel that rebar where it connects in. And and then I straighten it out toward the line. Try not to bump the line. Get as close to the line as you can, because that line, if you start bumping it every single piece of rebar, then you're really euchred. And then I just continue this on. I don't want it to be too far from that line either. So these ones are like right on here. And that way, it's gonna be closer to the center of my wall or toward the one face. So I'm supposed to have this on the vertical face here. I've seen some drawings that actually tell me to put the rebar above it, which I don't know if that works. This engineer only spec'd out 18-inch dowels. They're a little short for me, but whatever. Eyeball this one, it's better to go closer than further away. That's under the mat, but not connecting right under a piece of rebar, but it'll be fine. That's how we did that. Dowel every 6 inches. Put it under the mat where we could. I'd say 98% of it is under the mat.